And a
Oh, isn't
shamshir.
that nice?
Yes,
Yeah.
very nice.
Isn't it
Very.
interesting that Shamshirs are instantly recognizable for a number of features, but they're all slightly different.
Oh, yes,
It's not a uniform thing.
yes,
That's a very nice stirrup there too.
yes,
That looks Ottoman, maybe 17th century, 18th century.
yes.
I like the fact they've wrapped the belt around the scabbard. This is a proper way to store your belt.
Yes, that's what they did. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. This is totally.
Yes,
But that's beautiful. I mean, it looks so well balanced.
yes, very well.
Quite a long grip, but still.
And
Oh, so
again,
we're going enameling, aren't we? Oh, isn't that beautifully done?
yeah, very nice. I don't know who was giving daggers to whom in Ukraine, this Persian, but they're all exceptional quality.
Well, depending on the time period, there was trade going up from Iran through Ukraine
Yes,
in the 15th, 16th, 17th centuries, maybe a bit later as well.
yes,
So that, and there were a lot of Armenian traders coming from, say, Isfahan up through to Lvov and places like that further north. So um, this is, like it's kind of a post Silk Road, shorter distances, but connected to, these artistic centers because Iran was still, up until the 19th century, was exporting silk,
yes,
um,
yes,
because like, very high quality
yes.
weaving and everything. We're not talking just about carpets, but silk fabrics for clothes and that, or cushion covers or whatever, with gold thread and it's unbelievably beautiful.
So two
But
major
yeah,
centers of enameling in Iran, one is Shiraz and one is Isfahan. Even today, even today.
yeah,
Yeah,
well, it's a great skill.
yeah,
You can do so much with that enameling if you know what you're doing.
yes,
But you've got to actually be able to think in design terms because enamel is so bright and so forward on the design. So
yes.
you have to pick designs that kind of don't overemphasize really big chunks. You've got to have all these complicated shapes and everything. I see there's even a little loop on the scabbard for a
It
little cord to go
resembles
around your.
those on Qame on Qaddare, right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
you can see obviously bits of enamel have fallen out over the
Yes,
centuries.
yes,
So that gives you you can see the little cloisons, the little enclosures that the enamel
yes,
was
yes.
powder was put in when because this is all had to be fired. All the metalwork had to be put in a kiln
Yes.
to melt the
Let me
enamel.
just show what
And
bead means to our viewers. This part.
yeah,
This part. Yes.
this is so much work. And this is essentially, I mean, it's not cloisonne. There are cloisons, but it's not cloisonne because there's free floating different colored enamels. So
Yes.
they've been put together and then it's been fired and somehow the design didn't get all muddy. It's
Yes.
just a triumph of the art.
Very beautiful. And they have a Persian straight
Oh,
shamshir sword made of patterned
mm,
crucible steel. Beautiful one. What a high, exceptional
yeah.
quality. Look, is a beautiful pattern as well, and it is also gilded and gold. Sorry, gold overlaid inscriptions there, and dragon heads. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean that hilt is a classic, beautiful gold work.
Yeah.
Is that so that looks um like it's Kofgari, like it's
Yes. Yes. It
yeah,
is gold overlaid.
because it's
Absolutely.
much too wide to be inlaid. It would
Yes.
be
No, it's not
really
in.
difficult.
Exactly. It's
Yeah. I
overlaid.
like the fact that down the fuller are these little rectangles of gilding. It's
Yeah.
just I haven't seen that in a sword before. That's pretty impressive.
Impressive, yeah. And Fuller,
Yeah.
very nice one. Very nice one.
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
nice
sorry.
sword. It's
And there
really,
is a
really nice
shield
sword.
as well. The reflection doesn't show it very well, but it's a beautiful shield as well.
You can see there's lots of design work on it there.
Yes, that's right.
See, isn't it amazing? These shields, maybe that big, not
Mhm.
as big as the Kalkan type shields, because
Yes,
this is mainly for fencing. It's not like a really small one, but it's mainly for fencing. Um, Obviously, you make them very decorative because somebody's carrying them around.
yes,
Maybe not the person that owns them, but he's got a
yes.
servant to carry his shield behind him. And it's just this big decorative piece saying, how wonderful is stuff like that. That
The
helmet
Persian
is
helmet with
exceptional.
chiseled surface.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's really beautifully done.
Yeah, really nice.
That's much higher, higher level of carving than you normally see in
Yeah,
helmets, isn't it?
yeah, absolutely.
This
Very
is a real top of the
beautiful.
line one.
Top. I mean, these Ukrainian museums, Persian items they have, they're superb. Superb.
Yeah, this is exceptionally good.
Yes. And another Shamshir, they have it as well, right? So,
With parts of its original belt. I
yes.
don't think that's the whole belt.
No.
Uh, the metal part survived and they've replaced the leather and velvet.
Yes.
But yeah, that's interesting because it's got a chain on that thing.
Yes.
Also notice the inset part above the
Yes.
quilling block where obviously something was wrapped around it in the good
Yes.
old days, like a
Yes.
silk band or something
Yes.
to
Here.
make a
Yeah.
non-slip grip.
Exactly. Here.
The scabbard fittings are more Turkish than
Yeah.
Persian.
I mean, the scabbard, they said it as well. They said the description, the scabbard is not original to the blade, right? To the,
Right.
yeah,
Well, that
they
makes
said
sense.
it. Yes. Exactly.
But that looks like quite a good, strong blade.
Yeah.
And again, we both like those wide quillings.
Yeah. Yes.
I think they look nice, and I think they possibly were more effective.
Spatulated quilling. You see that, Pete?
Yeah, yeah,
Beautiful.
aren't they? They're such a simple shape, but it works so well.
Very nice. Yes.
Yeah.
And look at the
Oh, and
blade.
the watering is nice too.
Very nice. Yeah. Very nice.
You gotta like these. Oh,
Okay, let me just show
oh,
the handles are poor replacements, and the curator knows that. The blade is heavily corroded, but look at this. It says,
it's got
Amale
yeah.
Asadullah Isfahani, Bodu, Sultan Sahib Qaran, the owner of the time, which they used it during the Qajar period. But based on the
Yeah.
handwriting, this is a later handwriting and this is an older handwriting. You see that? But which brings
Right.
us back to the blade. Blade is really old, but the handles, of course, replacements, right? I mean,
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Uh, at some stage, a curator or an owner has said, "I've got to be able to pick this up, so we'll just put a rough handle on it, or parts of the original handle that have
yeah,
survived, and we just wrapped it up further." Because
yes,
the one on the right looks as though it's the remains of a Carabella handle that's
yes,
degenerated through burial or
exactly.
something like that.
This one's, yes, exactly. This one's,
Yeah.
yes,
Still, I mean, the blades are very interesting, and the quality of the inlay is very high.
yeah, yes. Excuse me, it says Amal Asadullah Isfahani, the work of Asadullah from Isfahan, and it says Sahibe Sultan Sahib Qaran. The owner is the Sultan, the owner of the time.
Uh,
Yeah,
Sahib al Quran.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's nice. Huh?
very, very nice. Did you ever work out what the Buddhas, what the is? They often have dates embedded in them.
You mean
Um,
here, or somewhere else?
yeah, yeah,
No, there is no
yeah.
date
No,
in it. There is no date in it, as I can see. But
hmm
interestingly, there is this Boduh there, right? This the
the Bible.
so-called
Yeah,
magic square.
yeah. I thought sometimes they had a coded date built into them.
Could
Other
be,
times they had,
that if you
yeah.
want to go with the curved dating, you can find number two here. You can find
hmm
another two here. You can find another one here. So if you wanted to
So they're
count,
kind of it's floating through the inscription.
exactly. Then, okay, I tried not to answer it because then I'm going to open a Pandora's box, but now because you're,
Oh yeah, yeah. You can't. I mean, when they're that
yes, then you can, because
nebulous, it's
when they
really
are
hard to
not
cut.
put next to each other, you open a
Yeah,
Pandora's box. I tried
it's
to
the same
avoid
as
it, but
you.
now because you nailed me, let me just say, if you go then
I
one, one,
apologize.
one, one, two, then you need to add another one. You go 1,112. The reason I normally try not to give an answer when the numbers are separated, it is extremely hard to say, okay, which number is first, second, third.
Yeah, yeah.
See the problem?
Is it done? Is it done clockwise? Is it done
Yes,
anti-clockwise?
exactly. You
Yeah,
see,
that
that's
would
the
be
problem.
really hard.
That's the problem. Mhm. So, because you cannot
Mm.
give a determined, I mean, you cannot just a
Oh
definite
yeah, yeah.
answer.
Yeah. It's just
Be
confusing.
how this is. Like collectors or auction houses always give a definite answer. But in this case, there is no definite answer. Sorry. If they're
No.
next to each other, okay, clear. But if they're not, I mean, in academia, you cannot just try to say, okay, because I feel it. I mean, it's just,
Yeah, yeah. I've got a gut feeling. Or I'm like, no, you don't want to do that. You want to say, I can prove this, I can prove that, I can't prove
yeah.
that.
Otherwise, shouldn't pass judgments on that. You know that, right?
Yeah, no, no, I agree.
So, so this is very, very interesting that to see that. Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the blade shapes are quite
Very
practical and
nice.
functional. Oh,
And
oh, it's nice to see a shield with its parts.
yes.
See,
Yes.
it's so easy to forget that these metal shields had a padded lining on the inside
Yes.
because it's not just where your fist is,
No.
the other fist,
They
where your
have the
fist is,
lining.
where you've got the
Yes.
cushion, but the rest of it's going to bang against your armor
Yeah.
or your arm. So you want
Rare
some
to
kind of
find
cushion.
out. Rare, right? That's very good to see that here.
Oh yeah, I mean, I was looking through some pictures. I can't even remember where I was looking at them of Sippo, and they just reversed them so you could see the inside. And some of them, it might have been one of the big museums,
Yeah.
and you could see the coating peeling off because it was just glued on. It wasn't sewn on. Well, sometimes it was, but
And
a lot
this
of
is
the time it was just
another shield bead. This is also chiseled. The chiseled is not as deep as this one because it's pierced.
yeah,
This one is chiseled as well. But unfortunately, the lining is gone.
yeah. But the shadow of the glue is still there.
It's there, yes.
Yeah, but the chiseling is very fine
Yes, very
on the
fine.
outside face. It's
Very fine.
really high quality.
Bead, look at these
Um,
two shields. Aren't they nice? They're really nice shields. So.
they are, they are. You can see why these were people kept them in museums. You can hang this on the wall. You don't even have to know it's a shield. It's artistic.
Yeah, it's like a painting or something,
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. So, and now let's move. Okay, this was the Persian items they have. Now they have also
Mm.
very beautiful Ottoman arms and
Oh, yeah.
very beautiful, exceptional Ottoman pieces. Look at
Oh,
them, please.
yeah. Different sizes, different shapes.
Yes.
Of course, the second from the left
Hmm.
photograph is that classic hilt shape with
Yeah.
the faceted curved ears.
Hmm.
Um, the the third from the left,
Yeah.
and also the rightmost, is a more, I don't know, North African shape in terms
Yes.
of
Yeah.
it's much simpler.
Yes.
Still works. I mean, there's no problem
I
with
mean,
it. It's
given
just,
the vast area Ottomans ruled, I mean, come on, this, we know that, right?
oh yeah. Well, you can see swords from Algeria that look exactly like they came from Istanbul. But
Yes.
then you see little changes there's a slight change in the design or maybe in inscription. And of course, if you were an important person, the Sultan might send you a present.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you might have a classic Istanbuli sword. I mean, I was seeing somebody writing about Crimean Tatar arrows, and they were getting a little confused about the fact that uh, some Crimean Tatar bows and some Crimean Tatar arrows were made in Istanbul
Yeah.
on the order of one of the Khans or one of his relatives, because you could just go in and say, I want an arrow in the Tartar style and with this decoration, or I want a bow in the Tartar style. And there were great bow makers and arrow makers that could just do it. And you'd go home and you would have the best set of arrows in, within 100 kilometers because they're so beautiful. Exactly the same with swords, daggers, yatan. Um, there was local manufacture. There was, what would you call it, metropolitan manufacture in the major capital cities.
Yeah.
Um, and having said that, you could even have something made in a local style in one of the capital cities
Yeah.
because you specifically said, I
Yeah.
want a really nice one, like my granddad's.
Yes. Yes.
And they will
Absolutely.
do that beautiful inlay and
Yes.
and all that kind of stuff. It's
Look.
just spectacular.
Look at
Oh,
this one, please. Beautiful.
yeah, the silver work on the scabbard is very high standard,
Yeah.
very high design standard as well.
Yes.
Not particularly, I mean, late Ottoman, but still. But the sword looks really practical.
Yes, very.
It looks, I mean, it's beautiful scabbard. Everybody's seeing it, say, oh, he's a rich man with really good stuff. But he
Beautiful.
pulls his sword out, and you'd be starting to worry whether you're going to walk out of this with both arms. Um,
Exactly.
yeah,
Certainly not.
and
Yes.
yeah, and
And
maces on the left-hand side as
oh,
well.
we are going
Everybody
to see
likes a
them,
nice.
Beat. We are going to see them.
Oh, excellent.
So this is
Oh, yeah.
again
See,
a blade, solid
that's the
blade.
yeoman.
Yeah.
See, that's to me that looks like an early blade,
Yeah.
but I could be wrong because they might have been still making them quite late.
Yes. And it
It's
has
not
a
as
pronounced T-spine, Beat. Do you see that? Very, very
yeah.
small
You
piece.
see that mostly in parlor type swords.
Yes.
Um, because they'd worked out a way of making because I've handled some old ones of these, and they're very nimble because that T section blade, you get a very stiff blade, but it's not really heavy,
Yeah.
yet it's really strong.
Beat.
So you can move it around very quickly. Oh, the
Absolutely.
maces, aren't they beautiful?
Beat. Do you know? I just really need to mention. Do you know why they put turquoise on top of the mace? Because if
No, I
they
don't.
killed someone, the turquoise remains in the corpse, and the people could take it out and pay for the burial.
This is like Sultan Mahmud Ghazni,
Yes,
who
exactly.
used golden arrowheads because if anyone he shot anybody, their relatives could sell the arrowhead to pay for their
Yes, exactly.
funeral.
Actually, we know this is just a blah blah legend, but they say
Yeah.
it. They say put some stones on your mace so when you hit it.
Oh, yeah. Well, the fact that it might not work, or nobody thinks about it, or the turquoise rolls away, that's not the point. The point is you think you're being a really nice guy. When I hit him on the head, I pay for his funeral. Yeah, not everything works, but it's
So,
good
it brings
intentions.
us back, guys, to what we talked about with Bede all the time. Just because something is mentioned in a historical work or manual manuscript means it's really true, huh? So just, we need to just mention it again, right?
So many things we found that are very hard to justify.
Yes.
And the thing is, of course, people will say some person has visited somewhere in 1560 and says this and this and this, and you suddenly find, oh, here's the sword of Shah somebody and the whatever, and
Yes.
they're nothing like what the description was because the guy was just looking quickly, and then when he got back home and wrote it all up, he saw another sword that was similar and he used that as his example. There's uh, the lack of photography causes all these problems.
So you see,
If they didn't, yeah, I've got to say that these are, is it Bujin or something like that?
yeah,
Or Bulawa?
yeah, something like
Bulawa?
that. Yeah.
So these maces weren't just for hitting people. When you had one of these maces, it meant you were a colonel in a
Yeah,
regiment or
absolutely.
you
That's
were
what it
some
is.
important person. So this
The
is a
one on the
rank
right is a
insignia.
real solid fighting mace, right? A flange
Oh
mace.
yeah,
That one.
you could do a serious amount of damage with that.
Yes. Yeah,
But
that
the
was a
thing is, of
rank
course,
thing. The one on the left, absolutely.
oh yeah, that's a high ranking thing. I mean, you
Oh
don't
yeah,
have that
high.
level of.
Yes, yeah, very high. Yes, definitely.
I mean, one is the one you wear on parade, and the other one is if you're in battle and you just whack.
Exactly. So this is the
But
handles of that.
they're
This is
beautifully made, aren't they? I mean, maces, you think, it's a club, but look at how they made them.
yeah,
I
the
mean, they're really nicely made. And
exceptional,
yeah, these are again masculine jewelry. These are,
exceptional looking.
I wear a wristwatch. They wore daggers and things like that. Oh, this is old.
Yeah, and they have also. I just wanted to mention that I just put them here. There are different areas in the museum, and they have also older ones. Right,
Yeah,
really.
this is really, yeah, because that's what Middle Bronze Age or something,
Yes,
if not
exactly.
earlier.
Middle bronze.
That's the classic leaf-shaped blade, isn't it?
Yeah, there. I mean, guys,
It's
those of you, because we have shown also many bronze items, especially from Persian area, Iranian area. Guys, do study, do not underestimate bronze swords, because many people who are in this
yeah.
medieval time, many shapes survived. It's important to study bronze swords, iron,
Oh yeah,
bronze, and iron
and the thing
swords.
that people forget is that if somebody hits you with a sword and you're just wearing clothes, a bronze sword is just as good as a steel sword.
Of
It's
course.
when you hit them together that you've got problems.
Yes.
Uh, Because the sword like that, when it was new and sharp, and I'm not saying it's not sharp, it may still be sharp. Look at all the
Yes,
Chinese ones they've
yes,
excavated that were
yeah,
still sharp.
still.
Um, when you get hit by one, it does deeply serious damage to you.
Serious damage. Serious damage.
Yeah,
Look at this one, Beat.
and these are so
Look.
that's an axe. That's a
Axe.
fighting axe. This is one
Yes.
of those head piercing, helmet
Yes.
piercing axes.
Yes. Yes.
And there's molds for casting bronze spearheads and
Yes. Molds.
arrowheads. Yeah,
Yes. Very nice molds. Look, Pete. I just thought
yeah.
you will
The,
love
the,
them. Look.
oh yeah, I really appreciate how they did that.
Yeah.
Um, one of my friends, I had an old bronze. Oh, I may actually we might have done it from a steel arrowhead. Well, we made a bronze casting. I didn't do it. I was just the person that provided the model. And bronze casting is you can make such intricate shapes quite easily. So when they swapped over and started using iron, iron had to all be hammered out.
Mm,
And putting fullers into an iron blade is a lot harder than putting fullers into a bronze
yeah.
blade. Making ribs on an iron blade is a lot
Yes.
harder than making ribs. I mean, when they eventually got to do it, they made superb swords.
I don't
But
know,
see,
Pete, why these pictures turned black and white, but it doesn't matter. I don't know why.
it's really old stuff. Yeah,
Yes.
that's really nice, isn't it?
Yes.
Look at the intricacy of the shapes,
Yes.
how carefully they are. You can do this at home if you've got something to melt the bronze. Soapstone makes really good molds. It's easy to
Yes.
carve. You can carve it with a penknife, and you can make a mold. You've got to make obviously symmetrical two halves and things like that. And basically, they heat the mold at the same time as they're heating the metal to melt it. The mold is tied together, usually with wire, and they pour the molten metal into it. And if the mold is hot, the metal flows all the way down to the
Mhm.
narrowest parts. Um, and then you let it cool down, take it out. And then when bronze is cast, it's very soft, it's annealed. It's
Yes.
the perfect time to add decorations in that. But as you work it, as you hammer the edge and things, it gets harder and harder and harder until you can get a razor sharp edge. Remember, in the Bronze Age, people shaved with razors made from bronze.
Yes.
So it was quite effective.
Look at this, Pete.
Oh, it's them.
Very nice.
The thing that gets that appeals to me about bronze spearheads that they always are subtle shapes and really strong.
Strong, yes. Very
I
strong.
mean, they're really strong. We don't have these long flared blades like you do in late Iron Age things and that. These and it doesn't matter whether you're wearing armor or not. This
Oh,
is
no,
going to
it
do
doesn't.
serious damage to you.
Oh, the armor will
I
not
mean, I've
protect you
got
from
one or
this.
two, like Wootz spear blades, and they make them really strong too.
Yes.
You just really wonder. Oh, that looks nice. Stone ones.
Yes.
I was
Unbelievable.
watching somebody on YouTube cutting fabric with a flint blade,
Yeah.
and she was making a Bronze Age dress, and she was just beautifully cutting it with this, almost as good as a pair of modern scissors.
Yes.
She was getting perfectly straight cuts,
Yes.
just scrape, scrape, scrape. Because flint and very obsidian
Yes.
hold really good edges. I mean,
Yes.
it's unless people actually go and try these things, they just do not know how good they are.
Yes. Look at these, Pete.
Yeah, well, are they? They look like spear blades and axe heads.
Yes.
There was a whole thing in the early Bronze Age, like in Sumer and Akkad, for making fighting axes that had very narrow blades that were designed to puncture bronze helmets. That
Yes.
was their whole purpose in life.
Yes.
Up until that stage, they used to make beautifully polished stone maces because if you hit somebody on the head with one of those, they are history. But
Yes.
then they invented helmets, and well, I wouldn't be happy to be hit on the head with a stone mace wearing a helmet, but you've got some chance of surviving. But then they made the narrow bladed axes, and that was the end of it. You had no chance. See, we have stone mace, stone axe.
Yes.
Oh, those ring pommel short
Again.
swords.
Yes.
Aren't they nice?
Yes. Many excavated items in these museums.
Yeah. This is a really culturally rich area in
Yes.
Ukraine.
Our
I mean,
colleagues from Ukraine say Ukraine sits on a battlefield. So many weapons are
yeah,
down
yeah.
there.
So many wars.
Yeah.
Well, there was even a Persian army there under Darius
Yes.
the Great.
Yes.
So I mean, everybody went and had a
Everyone
battle
was
there.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at these bead.
Oh,
Oh,
so
again,
they are
beautiful one. Yeah. Got this.
they're rattles for the ends
Yes.
of staffs for like a
Yes.
shaman or something.
Yes. Exactly.
You don't see those very often, and they're really well made too.
Yes. Very well made. Unbelievable.
They've actually made a tang and then they put a hole in it,
Yeah.
flattened it out a bit, put a hole in it so you could put a peg through.
Yeah.
So, like on a Japanese sword, you could remove the blade by knocking the peg out.
Yes.
That's not common.
Yes.
There's all kinds of really delicate castings there.
Yes.
That sword looks very effective too. Look at the
Very.
shape of the crossguard.
Yes. A
Very
similar one
reminiscent
we
of.
saw in the other museum in the beginning of our talk.
Yeah,
Remember?
yeah.
Yeah. Very nice.
Very, very nicely made. And again, we're looking at all over the countryside. They're
Yeah.
digging up
Yeah.
amazing weapons.
Look at
The
these.
second from the left in the left painting looks awfully like one of those armor-piercing daggers, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Yes. Look at those small
Yeah.
arrowheads, Beat.
Oh yeah, they're tiny. The thing is that they've found uh, Garituses
Mm.
where all that's left of the arrows are the arrowheads, and they're very tiny. I mean, they're for shafts that are about 5 to 6 millimeters in diameter,
Yeah.
and the socket the tenon that fits into the socket is 4 millimeters in
Yes.
diameter, so it's
Yes.
really tiny. So you can put a lot of arrows like this into a quiver, and they found quivers with 70 arrowheads in the bottom of the quiver.
Yes.
So they're small. I've shown you in previous things, small and lightweight arrows, but they carried a ton of them.
Yes.
And I've seen archaeologists like 50 years ago say, oh, they had spare arrowheads in the bottom of their quiver. Nobody does that. If you've got the arrowheads, you make the arrows, because you're not going to have a chance to sit down in the middle of a battle to assemble arrowheads onto arrows.
Absolutely. Yes.
That's an exceptionally nice. Is that like it's Chalcidian style helmet? That helmet?
Yes. Yes.
I don't know Greek helmets very well. I appreciate the workmanship though, because they're always beautifully
Yeah.
made. And there was, because in the Crimea, which wasn't called the Crimean then, there were Greek city-states that were
Yes.
trading up north with the Scythians,
Yes. They were.
and they would trade things like this because the Scythians knew about helmets, but Greeks could make really pretty helmets.
Oh yeah. Yes. Yes.
And I mean, that's
You
what.
remember
Oh,
when we talked about Crete and the museums, how many
yeah,
beautiful helmets we talked about? Remember them? Oh,
yeah, yeah.
my God,
I
they're
mean, the metalwork in the Mediterranean was a very high standard.
exceptional. Look at
These
these
look a bit
feet.
like medieval bollock daggers. With
Yes,
a,
but they're Akanakis, right? But they look like
yeah,
medieval.
I know, but they're an Akanakis. But when you see the scabbard of Akanakis, they've got a
Yeah,
like a flared mouth
yeah,
to fit
yeah,
that part in.
yeah.
But when you just see them by themselves out, you know,
Yeah,
hanging on a
very
wall,
nice.
they look a lot like medieval daggers. Um,
Very nice.
Probably just as effective. Here we have a Garitas.
Look at this. Okay, this is a painting to show, but look at this covering there.
Yeah. What am I thinking here? I think it's backwards.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's hard to say because the shape of the gold plates don't actually match the shape of the
Yeah.
Garitas. What you would normally have, I mean, they've got the little toggle, the bone toggle that attaches to the belt. So the Garitas was the other way around. It's not like say a Turkish bow case or a Persian bow case where the bow's
Yes.
in that thing. Usually the arrows. So a Garitas, when you weren't shooting it, according to all of the illustrations in art from both the Scythians and the Greeks, was facing backwards,
Mm.
and the arrows were on the outside. And when you used it, you pivoted it around because it had a single suspension point.
Yes, single.
You pivoted it around, and the arrows were on the inside, and you pulled them across your body like that and shot your. They're very short though. You look at that. That's roughly the right size. I'm not so sure about the bow reconstruction, but the arrows were, maybe 55 centimeters long
Oh,
and
54.
very, very, very thin.
Mm-hmm.
But the
Very nice.
bows, one of my friends built a exact copy as we could do at the time from Russian publications.
Mm.
A copy of one of those little Scythian bows.
Yes.
They're quite powerful. I think his was 60 to 80 pounds at 22 inches. Um, Quite easily shot 200 meters with a bronze headed arrow.
Look at the.
These are nice.
Yeah.
So we've got, it's kind of like a mix of spearheads, small ones, probably a javelin head. The others are like almost like pilum heads, so that
Yes.
they might be late Roman. What are they called? Velite. Can't remember the name. There's Martio Barbuli, which are quite small,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
there's a slightly
Do you remember
longer.
when we were talking about that Roman fortification close to Frankfurt? We saw
Yeah,
similar hats. Do you remember? Used by Roman
yeah. These are
excavators.
really as I say with. Oh, yes,
Beat look.
yeah. That's really nice. That's proper scale construction. See how they have a row of probably 3 holes at the top of each scale,
Yeah.
and one hole overlaps the next hole
Yeah.
to its right.
Yeah.
So when you lace these up, they're not floppy. They're really quite tight.
Look at these,
And
Beat.
they've got, yeah, and they're using different colors of metal
Yeah.
to make patterns.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, this is really high grade stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a very effective armor, and they have features. They look like they've got extra holes in some of the scales at the
Yes.
bottom of the scales to stop the bottoms flaring, which they don't
Yes.
normally with those 3-hole
Yes.
scales, but it's really quite sophisticated.
Look at these, Beat.
Wow.
Beat, look at this
This,
blade. How solid this one is. God.
oh, yeah. It's
This is
like a boar spear,
it's
when you're
exactly.
hunting wild boar.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm looking at the horse bit,
Yeah.
which is a double ring bit, which is
Wow.
more commonly associated with the Avars. Um, there's a series of bits that have been excavated in Hungary and in Western Ukraine from Avar period graves where
Mm.
there are 2 sets of rings at the end of each arm of the bit.
Mm.
It's quite practical. There was a 19th century bit that was somewhat similar, but not as good. I see
There are
belt
many
fittings.
Rus swords excavated there as well. Yeah, and they are exceptional collection of them there.
Yeah, that's really solid. You look at the pommel. Well, I'm looking at the buckles and the belt fittings, very Byzantine looking, or actually some Gothic ones look just like that too. So who influenced who, I don't know. But that solid pommel. I'm
Look at
trying to
these
think.
speed.
Gepards. Oh yeah. This is high
Speed. Do
grade.
you see the similarities to Scandinavian founds there?
Oh, definitely.
Do you
Yeah,
see that?
yeah. There's crossguards and pommels from Scandinavia that would fit right in here. You wouldn't have any trouble. I mean, theoretically, there was a lot of Scandinavian, particularly from Sweden, movements down the rivers in Ukraine and Russia. Like the Don and the Volga and the Dnieper. Um,
Persian
so
manuscripts call all of them Rus.
yeah, well, I
All,
believe it.
all of
I
them
mean,
Rus. Yeah.
that the not only did they bring ideas from Scandinavia, but in places like Kyiv, they developed them and made stuff that they could have shipped back to Scandinavia and they would have had buyers straight away because it was to that taste, because they liked it.
Yes.
But you can see a structure in the sword blade on the bottom sword, like it's been pattern welded down the middle and possibly had a harder steel edge, forge welded around the.
I think on
That's
this
just what
channel
this.
we talked about it when I translated
Yeah,
for Goharname. Persian manuals, they say these tall guys came and they put snakes in the middle of their blades.
yeah.
Isn't it beautiful, Pete?
That there's such beautiful fittings. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure there's people in. Well, I mean, Ukrainians have a strong claim to this because the principal part of Rus was in Ukraine. Uh,
Pete, look.
but it resonates with the Russians as well. All this is beautiful
Look at
work.
the collection, what they have there.
Yeah, this is great stuff.
Unbelievable what they have. Ukrainian museums, they are like a mecca of arms and armor.
Oh,
Unbelievable.
yeah, this is such good stuff.
And look at these. Okay, I mean, you see the middle of the blade, Pete? Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Though again, there was from Scandinavia down, there was this pattern welding
Yeah.
and fitting
It,
steel
that's what
edges.
the Persian manuals call, they put a snake in the middle of the blade. They
Yeah,
refer to this. Yeah.
exactly.
Twisted.
And I mean, you
Yeah.
could see why. And these blades were fairly well known in Iran,
Hmm.
as
Yes.
were Frankish blades in general, because the relationship between, say, a Frankish blade,
Yes.
a Anglo-Saxon blade, and a
Yes.
Scandinavian blade,
Yes.
there's minor differences. I mean, sword experts, they look really obvious, but to you and
Yes.
I, well,
Yes.
maybe not to you, but to me, they look very similar. They're
Very
beautiful,
beautiful.
aren't they?
Very beautiful beat. They have exceptional. Look at this one on the
Oh,
left
there's
beat.
yeah.
Look at the
Oh, yeah. I've never seen
unbelievable.
a grip with that much decoration on it. The pommel and candle are fairly typical, and again, in Rus or Scandinavia, they would be very popular. But to have a surviving decoration on what looks like the tang just covered in
Yeah,
metal, it may
covered.
have been
Yeah,
wrapped in
tank.
cord
Yes.
in use, but they
It
still put
should have
decoration
belonged to
on
an
it.
important person, right?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And his spearhead, you know,
Again, very practical,
very,
very strong looking.
very.
They're really
Again,
nice.
look at these examples, Pete. Unbelievable, huh?
Yeah.
So,
Just to think that they survived is so
yes,
stunning.
yes. They're excavated
Uh,
items, huh, guys?
Yeah, I know. It's just amazing.
Amazing. And now
Ah,
I thought you will love this Kipchak warrior, right?
hmm.
Also excavated beat. Look at
Yeah,
this.
yeah. I remember seeing the paper in Russian about this when it was excavated. It was very fun.
Beat.
Notice the little hinge so his mask folds up.
Ah, look at this beat. Isn't it beautiful? Oh God.
Yeah, and the mail is still there, even though it's all rusted together. That's such. I mean, you see.